Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over 3 meals that you can easily meal prep on Carnivore. I'll be doing some bacon and egg bites, a savory bone broth soup, and my go-to carnivore hash. I'm starting out with my favorite lately. This has been on repeat in our household and I cannot tell you how many times we've had this, and it's just delicious. I call this my throw everything you got into the pot soup, and it's literally just a compile of ingredients like bacon, sausage, chicken, some ground beef, and some steak bones that have some meat, so it turns out with a little bit of pulled beef. Feel free to spice this up if you try it with whatever you'd like. If you're eating dairy, spice it up with some cream cheese and some cream, or eat it as is as a total carnivore meal. It may seem a little weird just throwing a bunch of meat into a pot and calling it a soup, but it's literally so delicious and so worth it. I cook it at about 350, 300, 375, honestly, anywhere in that range for about 3 to 3.5 hours, and it comes out delicious every time. I've added things like pork shoulder, some chicken legs, some more meatballs, some lamb. Just play with it. Whatever you have in your fridge, just throw it in the pot and cook it up. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know I love a good Dutch oven or a camp oven. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend looking into getting one. They just elevate your carnivore meals so much. I would definitely recommend adding this tool to your kitchen. Got the soup in the oven. Next up will be the bacon and egg bites. This next one is a great option for those of you who have really busy mornings or have to get out of the house really early and don't have time to cook breakfast. This one will be really handy. You just get a muffin tin, usually a 12 count or bigger, and you can just meal prep for a few days and make these yummy egg and bacon bites. You can add whatever you want to them. I added just some cheese and some bacon. You can definitely add some cream cheese, some cottage cheese, some heavy cream. I did a little splash of cream as well, and it is delicious. So add what you like, make it enjoyable for yourself. A little tip for you, if you don't want to just hand mix this, go ahead and grab a blender and tenderize your eggs by blending them. It produces a really soft egg. I baked mine at 375 for about 16-17 minutes. I just keep my eye on it because, you know, everyone's oven's a little bit different. So just keep your eye on it. And I go to where it's a little bit like still kind of jiggly in the middle because I know it's going to cook up while it's sitting in the pan afterwards and going to dry up some more. And plus we want it to be nice and still really yummy the next day. So that is key, to not overly dry it out. And I got to use my yummy homemade bacon. I made a whole video on that. If you'd like to go check it out, I will link it down below and put a little show card here for you. Got the bacon and egg bites out of the oven. These are going to be my breakfast for tomorrow. They reheat really well, and if you don't have time to cook every single morning, these are a great option to have. If you've enjoyed these videos, go ahead and hit the like button. It goes a long way and it helps the channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I post every Monday and Thursday. If you're not a person who likes to meal prep eggs and still has some time in the morning, this is also a really quick breakfast you can do in the morning time as well. The soup is nice and ready. I make sure I put the soup in first because it does take 3 hours, and then get everything ready. Go to the gym if you need to go gym and do all these things around the house, and you'll have your dinner ready. Pull this out of the oven. It was in there for about 3 hours, and it's just my go-to. Throw everything in a pot, bone broth dish, and it'll get about 3-ish or so meals out of it. You can obviously add more if you want to make more and lessen it if you need to lessen it. and we are going to let this cool and then place it into our glass containers because I don't want to risk like breaking them. And so yeah, I'm super excited. This one will be a great comforting fall meal for the week. And next we'll be making some of my go-to carnivore hash. Carnivore hash is kind of like the old faithful meal for me. This is something that I have almost every single day. Never get tired of it. It's never failed me, and honestly, just the fuel that you get, the long-lasting fuel, is just amazing, and it's so simple. I don't have to think about it, and honestly, you can make a big batch or you can make a quick, yummy batch that you're making in that morning. This one doesn't require much skill or learning a new technique. It really is just scrambling some eggs and doing some good ground beef. The key is to not burn the ground beef, okay guys? Unless you like it with the crispies. But if you have a hard time eating ground beef, maybe you have a problem with overcooking the ground beef. This ground beef unfortunately doesn't have a lot of fat into it. It is the one from Costco, and so I always add a little bit extra fat to it just to even it out because I love getting my energy from fat and I love the way butter tastes. So I always add a little bit extra fat, especially with the leaner ground beef. Got our hash all cooked up. We did about 17 ounces of ground beef and 10 eggs, and this will be the equivalent to like 3 meals for me. And so I'm going to go ahead and get these plated into my little glass containers. If you've been enjoying the videos and want to support the channel, go ahead and click the join button down below. One tip that I've already mentioned in the video is to not overcook your ground beef, but I would also add, do not overcook your eggs. So do not make them super dry and crispy because guess what? You're going to be reheating them. So make sure you still leave them with a nice, like fresh, moist, soft egg versus your super dry and scrambled crispy eggs. Look at all that rich collagen in that bowl. If you're wanting to get in more collagen for your hair, skin, and nails, this is the best way to do it. Use fatty meats and make a big broth and enjoy it regularly. I'll be honest, I had to dig into these guys, so now I only have 5. They were delicious, and I checked them, they were delicious. Got all my meals done. I will say I'm not a big meal prepper, so I don't prep for like days on end. This is just a good idea to give you a little helping hand. Let me know what you do for your meal preps, what kind of meals that you like to meal prep. I would love to know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.